Thank you so much. Good day, dear distinguished leadership and government member of our friends country, the Republic of Turkey, the host organization for holding the seminar on women's rights in local government, and dear ladies and distinguished participants. I am proud to be presenting my country's women in this seminar along my colleagues. I will be sharing the experience on women achievements and the challenges they are facing in my country. Meanwhile, I am thankful to you for supporting and defending the right of majority of society, which are the women, and promoting women's rights capacity by the women in the third world countries. I am a rural girl born in a village far from capital, where I studied my school in a very difficult situation. I grew up under the smokes and dust of the suicide attacks, which claimed the blood and lives of many human beings. However, our shared efforts and hard work brought a situation which offered me the floor to be a mayor of my Vardak province. I am the mayor of a province where 98% of the women are deprived of education right. Education for girls and women is deemed as a shame and dishonored phenomenon for elders in my province. The elders believe that the right of the woman is from the home to the grave. However, as a representative for a respectful part of the community, I believe on women's capability. Therefore, as a manager for an urban development and affairs, I strive to work for better understanding and capability for men and women working together and contribute for having a better and developed society. And now allow me to illustrate the real situation of Afghan women in line with the conference objectives. Afghan women after the fall of Taliban regime, and specifically during the time of His Excellency, the President of Afghanistan, Mr. Ashraf Ghani, had a great achievements, and now we are witnessing the presence of women in all areas of work and expertise, such as ministers, province governors, deputy governors, such as my colleague, dear Ms. Hanifa Grewal, and chief of the sections in different areas. Also, they are appointed as mayors and organization leaders, and I am along with Ms. Grewal. We are one of the examples of such great achievements in my country. But still a long way to struggle comparing to global women participations in all fields of expertise, and yet must catch up and might need the serious attention and support of the sister organizations worldwide. Sometimes our society culture might be extreme for dealing some of the women's issues. And if there is no assistance of international organizations and communities for support and capacity building of the women, we might not be able to overcome the challenges and obstacles. In conclusion, might not be able to have a happy and successful life ahead in this country, Afghanistan. As we all witnessed in the past, some of talents and ideas have lost their valuable life in line of achieving their goals, and such as Ms. Farhonda and other journalists that can be remembered. The government leaders, scholars, lawyers, and human and women rights defenders and who are striving for having and support the promote the woman's contribution in rural and urban governance and development plan in order to have a diverse working community and specialists. Afghanistan is one of those countries which strive for promoting women's rights and complying with the international women's rights agreements and rules. The government and the country's law are emphasizing on men and women equal rights and participation in society, which all these enables the women and men to work together to build a good community, to have an active participation in all fields of work and expertise. Most of the competitive positions have been announced in order to be held by the competent men and women in some of the provinces and districts which the women have been empowered as government officials. They have passed the tests, lots of the tests for the competencies required for the specific position, but still there have been lots of challenges and obstacles. We can witness the women as judges, lawyers, educationals, but the progress have not been so much due to extreme ideologies of some of the scholars, elders, and people in the power. I have competed for mayor position, but still, due to regional mafia and bureaucratic system, in some of the organizations, I was not able to join the office for first 8 months. After lots of struggles and efforts, I was able to take the position. Despite all efforts in place by the women rights activists in the organization, the women in most countries are counted as a dependent generation. Traditionally, the men are dominant to women, but the organizations working on gender equity programs are trying to overcome the light obstacles and had a great amount of achievements. The women rights group and defenders organizations in all countries, specifically in Afghanistan, and the host country government are busy to promote the good culture and capacity by the women. We assume the Afghan women's leadership might be totally different. The regular ones, they are emphasizing on gender equity and human rights. At the moment, I am working on the empowering women to be self-sustainable and economical independent through the active participation in market and trades. I'm trying to build business centers and where women can have their active participation in the trades. Some of the authorities are busy in rural area for promoting the women education, health, economic development, and security. Here we can show Ms. Salima Mazari as an example of good deeds. She is Balkh Charkand district responsible, where she even participates face-to-face war with the oppositions in the front line. And it's worth to mention the community in most cases are happy and appreciate the women leadership and management. Afghan women mostly faces the traditionally challenges ahead their way. War mostly have negative impacts on women's participations in society and governing bodies. From eternity, and the society have not been trusting the women's leadership. It's worth to mention the educational system for women in Afghanistan have not developed so much. And the percentage of illiteracy among the women are high comparing to men in this country and comparing to the women in global level. I assume this might be one of the factors contributing to women failures too in this country. This is not even quality educational system here in Afghanistan, which enable and capacity build them. Meanwhile, there is no opportunities for women to pursue their education and studies abroad the country. The solution I may offer will be that the women should trust their
Sayın
abilities.
GHAFARI, çok özür dileyerek bölmek durumunda kaldım. Toparlayabilirsek çok memnun oluruz.
I will try it soon. The women should trust their abilities and should enrich themselves with self-confidence. They should have active participation at regional and global level. They should compete and struggle for better achievement and should take the acceptable risks around of themselves. At global level, the government should pay extra and special care for educating the woman, especially at the professional levels where there are no educational systems in place, especially in war-torn countries. The international organizations should have more active participation and to find a better way to educate the women population of such countries. Last but not least, we pray to God for having a society without any discrimination and men and women rights abuse, and where men and women equally contribute to building the society. Specifically, here in Afghanistan, we wish the Afghan women can participate in all political, economic, and social developments in the country, alongside with men, and contribute to construction of the war-torn country and to build the country wisely. Thanks once again from the organizers of conference and participants to hearing. We remind the world education for women should be must.